We're entering an interesting period with a general election likely autumn 2024, and the major parties now intimating the sorts of things they might include in their manifestos. What might we see for further education and skills? The Labour have dropped their previous election pledge of scrapping tuition fees and will instead reduce the burden by reducing interest rates on student loans. Keir Starmer has recently stated he would have struggled to go to university now due to mounting debts, and flagged this could lead to a missing generation who may be denied the opportunity to go to university. The question for me is, what could this mean to the wider loans market? Historically, learner loans were seen as an attractive option for adults retraining, but loan rates will be prohibitive in the short term. Back in March, Angela Rayner told the CBI that Labour would reform the apprenticeship levy, calling it a £3.5 billion mistake, and that Labour would turn it into a growth and skills levy, with a greater range of training courses that businesses tell us they need, so adults can gain new skills and businesses can grow. On the face of it, this sounds exciting, but for me this shows something of a misunderstanding of the system. The levy doesn't only fund apprenticeships for those who pay it, but money handed back to Treasury also makes up the 95% government contribution for SMEs and non-levy paying employers. Where and how could this be funded? Could it mean an increase in the levy amount large employers pay? Or perhaps a reduction in the 3 million threshold, meaning smaller businesses begin to pay a levy? Labour have also revealed their draft policy platform, which is set to make up much of their manifesto. In there, they reference establishing a new skills body called Skills England to oversee the English national skills effort of the coming decade, which will pull together the expertise of trade associations, employers from large and small companies, representatives of trade unions, central and local government, and further and higher education. This sounds positive to me, assuming it includes experts across different sectors, much like the apprenticeship trailblazers. So there's not a huge amount to go on from the Tories. Rishi Sunak released his Maths to 18 plan back in January. The plan states that starting in the next Parliament, all under 18s will continue to study maths regardless of their attainment to that point. This includes the expansion of maths hubs as well as expansion of Multiply, which is designed to improve maths for adults who do not have an A to C GCSE equivalent. I'm very mixed on this one. I do see some value in it, but also, having worked with young apprentices for 15 years, many of whom have pursued a vocational route rather than an academic one because of their skill set and dislike for subjects like these, I see it being damaging for the minority. My prediction is we won't see anything electric in the manifesto from the Tories, largely more of the same with a continued push on apprenticeships, boot camps and T-levels. There's been nothing obvious in the recent press around skills for the Lib Dems, but back in 2017 they vowed to double the number of businesses who take on apprentices. Whilst that sounds like a stretched target, it does show ambition for apprenticeships, which I hope would continue under Ed Davey. It's highly possible the Lib Dems could end up as part of a coalition. Should they do, it'll be very interesting to see how they take on helping students, particularly their university fees, given the history in 2010. Regardless of party, it's likely we'll see policy promoting skills in STEM and green energy, with many pinning their hopes on these becoming areas of strength for Britain to finally achieve the unicorn that is economic growth.